They'll be close. I suppose the big debate we have is a 5-day turnaround in regards to the game, knowing that we've got blokes that have had a 7-day rest. So that'll be the one that we'll have a look at. We'll throw it up to see the best preparation for them to make sure that they get a lot of consistency in this season without another hiccup along the way. So we don't want to fatigue them first up and make sure their preparation is spot on for us to get the result. So match committees will start it today, this afternoon, and then we'll finish it up tomorrow. So that'll be a real good conversation.
Is one more advanced than the other?
Probably Digan is a little bit ahead of Michael in regards to he played against Brisbane up there in the Maroochydore game where Michael didn't. So he's at least 3/4 of a game in front of him. So he probably would have his nose in front.
What did they do in terms of game time?
Jamison played 80 and Digan played just over 60. Yep. No, I don't think it'll be an advantage. I think that would have been in their planning for so many weeks. That would be a down week for them, obviously, and they would freshen up. And I think their confidence would be really sky high after that performance. So I don't think it'll be any advantage for one team over the other.
You went on Saturday?
No, I watched it on telly here while I watched the Northern Blues. So I had 4 or 5 coaches there, and I watched both, sort of one eye on the telly and one eye out in the ground. Oh, I thought they were brilliant. Their contested ball and with Black's dominance around the middle was just super. The older he's getting, he's like a good red wine, isn't he? He's just getting better with age. So his performance was outstanding. Yeah, we played them a few weeks ago in Maroochydore, and I thought, across the board, we took an indifferent team up there, but they performed extremely well, and they were very fit, and they're running over the ground really well. So they might not be quite as tall as other teams, but they've got a lot of run in their team, and I think that's really helping them, put pressure on, win the ball back, and win that contested ball. So they've got a good mix at the moment.
Brett, you said last week that it would be a good opportunity with Jamison and Digan out for a couple of players to reignite their careers. Bauer and Russell were the names you mentioned.
Yep.
Jordan Russell was subbed out just at 3/4 time or just before that for Kane Lucas.
Yep.
Where's he at?
Jordan, he's right in the mix. It was more that we had, I suppose, a bit of coverage down back, and we thought we needed a bit of run through the middle and forward, and we played Kane in both positions there, in the midfield and forward. So it was more about how many players we had and how much run we needed in the game. So we had a plan pre the game that we'd use him around, I suppose, the 3/4 time mark, and we grabbed that opportunity, and it was great to see him play really well when he came on, because he was in that same position 12 months earlier, and he probably didn't have the impact that he had from. He got dropped the next week, and he won't be getting dropped this week. We thought his contribution was very good. Bauer was really good. I think the first 2 balls that came in, Miller marked some real contested footy, but I thought from there on he was just brilliant. He won all these one-on-one battles, and he really played some really good football for us.
Brett, I know teams don't much focus on milestones, but a little one for yourself this weekend, your 100th game as senior coach for the club. How has the journey been for you, and has it gone quickly, and how do you rate it? It is an achievement in itself.
Yeah, I think actually I didn't even twig this week. I knew that through pre-season, but the games and concentrating on all those things. It's gone extremely quickly. To think that it takes sort of 5 years to sort of do that, and here we are, 5 years as senior coach. It goes extremely quick, and I suppose the great thing from a personal point of view is, when you walk into the locker rooms, the players say they want to get their name on the locker for 100 games, but have to, your own name on as a player on the locker, and then now as a coach, there's not too many players. I think this will be the 3rd to be a player and a coach for 100 games on both. So that's something that, at the end of the day, I'll be proud of. But it's just part of the journey. No, there's a coach locker, actually. There is. So there's a different locker. So, yes, you get a different... you name twice in that room, which is doesn't happen a lot. So, but, at the end of the day, they'll bounce the ball and we'll play, and,
When you think about the team and the club, I guess, when you coach those games to now, what sort of the things that really jump out at you?
The biggest thing is about the professionalism of the players, and I suppose, and our expectation. I think we've really lifted that, and it takes a little bit of time everyone says, "Oh, come in and just lift the bar and expect change like that." But it does take a bit of time, and we sort of use some of the other teams and coaches that have been through some of their journey. And it took Mark Thompson 7 years to win a premiership at Geelong, and he had to change some things initially, and then when he did come in and do what he did, he had great success and set a great foundation for that football club. So there's some of the lessons I think you learn along the way. You can't flick a switch and things just happen overnight. It takes a bit of time to build and I suppose create confidence and trust with everyone in an organisation along the journey. He's going well. He won't play this week, but he's starting to get into the picture for the Collingwood game. His fitness is nothing to worry about. He's out there running and probably still in the top 3 players at our footy club, even with a few weeks off. So we won't have to worry about his fitness. So it's just when we put him in will be the big question.
Just on Warnock, who's your number 1 ruckman now?
I was going to try and use parts of their names and all fit them into one name. How do you do that there? Yeah, it's interesting. We haven't trialled it with the 3 in the same team, but in saying that, I think I said last week, we've never had the 3 up and going, ready to play all together in good form and that. So it might be something that, when Robbie comes back, he's going to play this week at, VFL level. So we'll get some sort of match practice into him or game into him. But when they're all up and going, it'll be good to see.
But for this week, you persist with Hampson predominantly forward and Cruiser predominantly rock, because it seemed to work pretty well the other night.
Yeah, we'll probably head similar path, but whether the time is a bit different and who starts and that, we might change that up a little bit.
You were happy though?
Yeah, I thought Sean's performance, he could have kicked 4 or 5 goals. He gave one off to Thornton in the goal square pretty much. He had a couple of other chances. I thought he was very good. He's, attack on the ball and smothering and things like that was really good from Sean's point of view. And what more do you say about Matthew? His follow-up work was second to none. It was like having an extra ruck rover around the ball and just getting it forward and putting the opposition under enormous pressure was what he does best. Brisbane are in very good form. Just to watch them do what they did firsthand and the feedback that I got from the coaches at the game, it is a danger game. And they're in good form and they're fit and healthy, except for probably Brown. But outside that, they're Black's winning a lot of the ball, Merritt's creating a contest. Hudson's first game up was pretty impressive as well for changing clubs. So they're in a good place at the moment.